Watch someone yawn, and within seconds, you'll probably do it too. It doesn't matter if you just woke up or if you're wide awake. It doesn't even require your eyes. People yawn after simply reading the word yawn enough times. In fact, there's a reasonable chance you're feeling the urge right now. That's not a coincidence, and it's not weakness. Most people assume this is just because you're tired too. That's not it. And the real reason is a lot more personal than anyone expects. For decades, the leading theory was simple. Yawning pulls in extra oxygen when your brain senses it's running low. It's a tidy explanation. The idea felt intuitive enough that it went largely unquestioned for years. It's also wrong. Researchers tested it directly, having people breathe air with extra oxygen or extra carbon dioxide to see if it changed how often they yawned. It didn't. Yawn rates stayed almost exactly the same no matter what was in the air. The theory that's replaced it is stranger and better supported. Yawning may be how your brain cools itself down. A big yawn does several things at once. A deep breath in, a wide stretch of the jaw, a rush of blood to the face and skull. Together, that combination appears to help release heat and pull in cooler air, nudging your brain's temperature back toward normal. It would explain something odd researchers had already noticed. People yawn more in comfortable, moderate temperatures and less in extreme heat or extreme cold. Exactly the pattern you'd expect from a built-in cooling system, not an oxygen shortage. One study tested it even more directly, giving people a cold pack to hold against their forehead before showing them videos of others yawning. Pre-cool the brain, and the urge to yawn along dropped noticeably. But none of that explains the part that actually got you here. Why does watching someone else yawn make you do it too? Your brain isn't overheating just because someone near you opened their mouth. So, contagious yawning has to be doing something completely different from regular yawning. And it is. Researchers have found that how likely you are to catch a yawn depends heavily on who you're watching. Watch a stranger yawn, and you might catch it. Watch a close friend, a partner, or a family member yawn, and you're significantly more likely to. The closer the bond, the more contagious the yawn. People who score higher on tests of empathy tend to catch yawns more easily too. Which suggests contagious yawning isn't really about tiredness spreading. It's about closeness, quietly revealing itself. Even the timeline of when this ability shows up in children lines up with that idea. Contagious yawning is essentially absent in toddlers and only reliably appears around age 4 or 5. Right around when children start developing a real sense that other people have their own separate thoughts and feelings. It's become one small, easy-to-observe piece of evidence researchers use when studying how social awareness develops in early childhood. Some researchers believe this evolved as a kind of social synchronization. In wolves and several other group-living animals, a yawn can ripple through the pack right before a shift in activity, settling down together or getting ready to move. A shared yawn may have helped coordinate a group's rhythm long before language ever could. It's a strange kind of communication. No words, no deliberate signal, just one body quietly influencing another. Even dogs catch yawns from humans they're bonded to, not from strangers nearly as often, hinting that this empathic thread can stretch across species entirely. Some researchers have even found dogs catch yawns more often from their own owner specifically, rather than from an unfamiliar person performing the exact same yawn right next to them. Which means a yawn was never really about oxygen or tiredness or boredom. It's an involuntary little signal, leaking out proof of exactly how connected you feel to whoever is standing next to you. You don't get to control it or fake it convincingly. It just happens underneath your conscious mind every time. Even trying to suppress a contagious yawn takes real noticeable effort, which is itself a small hint at how deep the pull actually runs. It happens with people. It happens with pets. For some people, it even happens while reading a paragraph like this one. So if you've yawned at any point during this video, and statistically you probably have, that wasn't boredom. That was your brain quietly telling on you.